everybody. Happy Waffle Wednesday to my friends and to Adrian. Adrian, I'm so excited. We've been chit-chatting behind the scenes, but I just want to give him a minute to talk about his brand new series and all of that jazz, as well as you can also mention Waffle Wednesdays because that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, maybe I'll start there just because people are coming in. It's Wednesday. Over on Instagram, and then it pushes out to Facebook and I think over to Threads too. Every week I do, hey there, everybody, it's Adrian, and it's Waffle Wednesday, my weekly update where I share what I'm reading, what I'm writing, and what I'm up to. So it's kind of my just weekly update. It's exactly that. And it's a great way to share my progress on whatever book I'm writing. And it's a great way to connect with readers. And speaking of that, I'm so looking forward to connecting with readers tonight. As you mentioned, Tiffany, I do have a new series out. Actually, my first series, my first book, my first everything. The book is Whiskey Business. I have a copy right here. It's the first book in a mixology lounge. Oh my gosh. Fireworks and everything. What's next? Unicorns and I don't know if mine will work with the. No, I don't think.
I do that all the time too. It's supposed to, and then I just sit there. I'm like, why is it not happening? Mine does the same thing sometimes.
So, anyways, no confetti or anything over here. No fireworks. But yeah, Whiskey Business, mixology lounge mystery. It centers around my protagonist, Reese Parker. He has just come to terms with his sexuality. He's gay, and he's also been in a long-term relationship with a woman, and he's been engaged. And so he ends the engagement shortly before the book begins. And to deal with his heartbreak, he opens Subplot, which is this literary themed mocktail lounge. And the vibes are really strong there. You know, there's a fiction cocktail menu, a nonfiction, non-alcoholic mocktail menu. There are audiobooks playing in the bathrooms. When you get your check at the end of the night, it comes out in a mass market paperback. There's all of these literary flourishes. All of the drinks are named things like Huckleberry Gin and Perks of Being a Wallflower, Green Gables.
Of Mice and Gin.
Yeah, of Mice and yes, of
Isn't
Mice.
It right?
Yes, mint. Oh. Yeah. So anyhow, he opens this lounge, and as he says, like in the Parker family way, he's going to distract himself with hard work to take his mind off of his heartbreak. And early on, after the lounge has just opened, they are hosting the Lifted Spirits Whiskey Club for a tasting. And there is a really difficult member who comes to the meeting. He's like one of those, like, you want him to die. And so eventually he ends up, Reese goes out to take out the trash at the end of the night after the tasting. He finds this customer's body in the alley, and then he goes to call 911, and who is the police officer that responds to the scene but his ex-fiance's protective big brother. So things get a little tense, a little awkward, and the story takes off from there. That's kind of the premise.
I did not figure out the killer, but I knew right away who the victim was. I don't want to brag. But
I love that, especially with the first book in the series. I love to like have them pinned, like you're going to die. Like, and then I'm looking at everybody around, and everybody's a suspect. Like before the murder has even happened, I'm looking at everybody, and I really love that for a first book in a series, personally.
Absolutely, I was like, oh my gosh. There are lots of people that want to say hi, so I'm going to pop over and put up some comments.
Hi, Jill.
Jill says, hi, everyone. Hey, Anita. She said, I've been waiting for this. I'm so excited.
Awesome. Hi. You said Anita, right? I think
yes,
I might have met Anita on something last week.
Melmac says, hi, everyone. Hi, Melmac. Oh, hi, Mazan. It's so good to see you. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy to see you.
Mizan won a copy of my book in a giveaway last week.
Nice.
And it just arrived to her. I saw on social media. So I'm very happy to see it.
Yay. It was so nice to get to hang out with her this year at Malice. I ran into her like literally as we were both
She was in our cheese
checking out
video.
the year before that. So
yeah, she was in our cheese video.
She
remember?
was. She got like pelted.
She did. Cheese confetti was like cheese.
Yeah. It wasn't raining down, Mizan. It was yeah. So
we'll have to reshare that for anybody who doesn't know what we're talking about. We did that to celebrate Karina Moss's Cheese Shop mystery book release, and Mindy Quigley put it together. We were all at Malice together, and yeah, her part is definitely hands down.
Yeah, no, it stole the show. It was amazing. I know that I have it posted, but I might repost it because it is it's cool. Also just really cute. Everybody does such a cute job, and celebrating Karina's release. It was so much fun, and Minnie Quigley is just amazing. So she's a hoot.
I know, love her.
Angela says, "Good evening, everyone. Hope you're having a great day." Absolutely. Hey, Vivian. She says, "Hey, everybody. Hello to you." Cajun says, "Hello, everyone. Heard so many good things about whiskey business. Looking forward to reading it."
Hi, Cajun. I've watched so many of these interviews because I just love the genre. I love the authors and stuff. So I see these names here, and it's like I feel like I know all of these people, even though we've never interacted.
Hey, Kat. Oh gosh, it's so good to see you.
We're gonna see Kat in Ashland next week.
I know. I'm so excited. I'm reading Whiskey Business right now, and I'm loving it. Jeannie, that's amazing.
Yay! Love to hear that. Thank you, Jeannie.
That is awesome. I watch Waffle Wednesday every week. I love it. That's awesome, Anita. I'm always behind on things. So I think I literally commented on like, you know how they're like, are you stalking when you comment on somebody's like video from however far back? Because I commented on a Waffle Wednesday from, like February. I did that to somebody on a YouTube channel, and I was like, oh my gosh, I saw that you were sick. I'm so sorry. And they're like, that was 8 months ago, but thanks.
Stephanie's been digging back into the archives, watching Waffle Wednesday from the beginning. I started it Wednesday, January 1st, 2025 was a Wednesday. So I started that day one of the year, and I'm definitely doing it through the end of the year. That was the original goal. And then maybe I feel like I can't stop Waffle Wednesday.
Yeah, and you haven't missed a single Wednesday, right?
I haven't. I've been in the car. I've been.
That's amazing.
In New York City for my day job. I've been, I have not let anything keep me from Waffle Wednesday yet.
I love it.
And when I'm traveling to Ashland, that'll be a Wednesday. So it'll either be from the airport, or maybe we'll have a guest for Waffle Wednesday.
Yay! Oh my gosh. Yeah. You're coming in just a few hours before me.
Yeah. So maybe I'll wait for you. Maybe we can do a Waffle Wednesday together.
Yeah, let's do it. Thank you. When I do little shorts with all the authors, like in Malice, like we did, I'll have to come up with another question for everybody this time. Kat said, whiskey business was amazing.
Thank you.
So while I'm pulling up comments, I want to know, what is your writing schedule like? How did writing come about for you? Is this something you've wanted to do for a long time? I know you said, you just mentioned your regular job. How much time do you do with writing? How do you manage all that? That's a lot.
Yeah, I started getting into a loose regular writing habit in 2020 during the pandemic. It wasn't until about 2022, I would say, that I really got into like a daily up every morning, 5 a.m. at the desk. And so that structure has stayed. It's usually alarm goes off at 5, coffee pot was set the night before, computer, desk, everything's set and ready to go in the morning. I wake up, make my bed, pour my coffee, come straight to the computer. I just want to go from dreamland straight into my fiction, my fictional world. So I tend to get straight to work. The one thing I do connections, the New York Times puzzle, I do connections. And then I do Wordle. And when I do Wordle, I pull up the manuscript, I reread the last page that I worked on the day before, and I find a 5-letter word in the
that's so cool.
the manuscript that is my first guest. And it's been working really well for me. That
is awesome.
So, yeah, so I would recommend, like, pick up a book that you're reading and find a 5-letter word and use that as your first. It's just, you find words that, juice would be a great word to use.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
But yeah, so anyways, I get to my desk at 5:15, 5:30, and then I usually work right up until 8:30, 5 days a week.
And are you a plotter, pantser, or a term I have not coined yet but would like to, a saggy pantser?
Yes, I think I fall into the saggy pantser category. I write a 15-page outline, like a pretty comprehensive, detailed outline, and I think, okay, I'm just gonna write this, and then I inevitably just, nope, we're gonna go this way, and then I don't update the outline, so then I can't, it just goes so far off that in theory, I'm a plotter, but
I actually knew the answer to that because I feel like I've read enough cozies that I actually can tell at this point, because I feel like when people are pantsers or saggy pantsers, I love both. Don't get me wrong. I've read people that are like, oh no, I'm a plotter, but I feel like it feels like really natural when it's a saggy pantser. Like, I feel like maybe it could have been going in the other direction through the plot, and they're like, no, I'm going to let the characters kind of guide it, or it just happens. And I just feel like it always flows so natural. Almost every time when it's that kind of writing for me, people always say they're either a complete pantser or a saggy pantser.
Yeah, well, I have to give big credit to, I see Kat's name on the screen. Kat was one of my beta readers, actually. And this book went through significant edits. And when I say significant, I mean, I think I scrapped about, I feel like I did another one of these live streams somewhere last week, and I probably gave a different number, but it was like a good 20 to 25% of the novel just scrapped, scenes taken out, rewritten. So that works out to be a good, 50, 60 pages, so it's there's how I veer off of the outline, but then the feedback that I get from beta readers and my editor, and all the changes that happen there that really make the story stronger. And so there were definitely things that came up that I never could have foreseen without the help of all of that great feedback.
That is awesome. And you, as well as several other really successful people, did Ellie Alexander's course, right?
Yes. Yeah. And that was, I mean, not to be self-deprecating or anything, but it's I was a reader of mysteries, a reader and viewer of mysteries. And I was always just mind blown. How do you create a puzzle like that? Because it is very cerebral. Yeah. And I felt like I wasn't smart enough to create a puzzle that was complex and that would stump readers. And I think part of that was just my own reluctance. I was worried that it was going to ruin the magic of mysteries for me as a consumer of mysteries. But Ellie's course did a great job of really breaking it down. And then the great thing about that course is there's a lot of great structure to it, but it's not so prescriptive that it's here's the formula. It's more of here's the strategy. So I came up with my own strategy that works for me to build the mystery, but I wouldn't at all say that it's formulaic.
Well, it was amazing. I can say for firsthand experience too, because I have read it, and it was incredible. It was such a fun, unique theme. I loved the all the literary references, and I really loved all his friends. His friends were so supportive of him when he had a kind of a big discussion with him about what was going on and what happened in his relationship. Everybody was like, awesome, and just very like wrapped arms around. It was great. I thought it was fantastic. Speaking of that, you can just wink or nod your head, but I just wonder what you or anything that you could tell us about a book 2.
Yeah, book 2 is coming next year. I'm very hard at work on it, literally right now. I haven't shared this out there at all, but I'll give like a little hint. It's going to be, so book 1 it's in springtime. Which I chose very intentionally as like symbolic of new beginnings. And so this is springtime. Book 2 is during a hot, humid, sweaty heat wave in the thick of August.
Ooh.
And there is a comedy night down in the lounge.
Love it.
And I think that's all I want to say right now.
Yeah, no, totally. Absolutely. That is awesome.
Yeah, looking at probably like early summer, late spring, maybe somewhere around June-ish.
That is so exciting to hear. Another book coming. Angela said she also loves Waffle Wednesdays. I do think you need to continue it.
Yeah, I feel like I can't stop now.
Yeah. I mean, it's a great way to just update you. You're always like, what are you reading? And, music wise. And it's very interesting. Did you read The Stand? We need to know.
I did not finish The Stand. I'm such a mood reader. And so for anything to hold my attention for that, it's 1,200 pages. It's a lot to hold my attention. So no, I did not get through The Stand yet, but one day I will. I have an incredible Stephen King collection. I will get through them all one day. But Waffle Wednesday used to be live. I used to do them live, and I think with the algorithm, it just kind of, so I transitioned over to making it a video. But I do think for the 1 year Waffle Wednesday, like at the end of the year, I want to do like a big blowout live stream fun Waffle Wednesday. So if everybody's into that,
that is awesome.
Yeah. Let me know. Or just maybe even like once every month or two, do a live.
Oh, Anita's already ready for a new book.
That's the thing. You spend all this time writing it, and people read it so
fast. And
next one.
Oh no, and I try to be better about that because I read books so fast, and I read so many books that I'm like, I cannot say to somebody who's just worked so long and so hard on a book, and I read it in 6 hours, and I'm like, what's the next one? You
can. That's like a compliment. That's a huge compliment.
I know, but it would also feel very it would, but in the backhand way, that's a lot of pressure. Whoa, at least give them a day or two before. No. Also, Jill said she is currently reading it and loving it.
Yay.
Anita said, just bought it.
Woohoo.
I enjoyed the literary. Yes. And I love that it was below a family Italian restaurant. It all worked for me. It was fantastic. And in my head, every speakeasy is some sort of looks like Cheers. And I just mean that dark mahogany wood and opulence. And so I loved it. That was cool.
Yeah. I just think it's epitome of cozy to me. It's just that base, a finished basement kind of vibes. There's something about that is so comforting to me.
I know, it's so good. I think you're gonna be I know figuring out the victim for me is progress. Thank you, Cajun. Thank you for that, for that. I appreciate that. Can you discuss a little more of your writing process?
Yeah. See, when it comes to writing process, I always wonder if people are more curious about the routine aspects of the process in the sense of like, I like to light a candle and have my coffee, and like there's certain things of that. Or if they're talking more specifically about the technical aspects, which would be, coming up with that outline. I write a really quick, fast first draft. I think Whiskey Business, it was under 200 pages. I think in my first round of edits, I added like a good 50 or 60 pages. And then, it goes to beta readers. It came back from beta readers. I had their feedback. I cut 50 to 60 pages of different things. And then I rewrote sections, added things in, and then it goes to my editor. She provided tons of great feedback. And then I send it to a proofreader who still catches additional things, and they're smaller things at that stage. But that's kind of what the process is for me, is ideas, outlines, first draft, edit myself after taking maybe a month or two off to get some distance from it. Beta readers, editor, proofreader, format, publish. That's
so. While we're kind of on that, I just have a question that I ask everybody. If Hallmark called you, and I'm sure the first question that they would always ask, I'm sure they would want to know, who do you want to, portray Reese, or any of the characters, but particularly Reese, who would you have in mind for that? I want you to be prepared, Adrian. I have your back.
And I have to plead the fifth on this one, I think, because number one, I am just illiterate at actors, actresses. Like, I can't tell Ryan Reynolds from Ryan Gosling from Adam Sandler. No, I know who Adam Sandler is, but so I'm really horrible at that. And then I just had like a stock image that I found online. A lot of people are telling me that they're envisioning me as Reese, which is interesting to me because Reese has like a buzz cut. He's like kind of like dirty blonde, I believe. I need to double check on that. And he has like a sleeve of tattoos on his arm. So somebody that has those things, I don't know. Can I get back to you on that?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I just, again, I think you should be at least prepared if the call ever comes, because I don't want you to say, when the call came and I wasn't.
I will send them to my casting director, Tiffany the Beach Bum.
All right. Yes, absolutely.
Do you have somebody in mind that you thought, or anybody, I guess, does anybody have thoughts on how they see Reese?
I don't know the guy's name, but there's a guy that acts in some of the Hallmark movies, except he doesn't have tattoos, but I feel like everything else kind of fits. But I am also very guilty of like picturing an author as the main character. I do fall into that where I'll do that. I'm reading a book now, and something that the main character did, I was like, oh my gosh, I would kill to see this person do that. And I'm like, it's not that person. They're talking about it. So I am guilty of that myself. I guess it's just one of those things that happens. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think I am a little bit guilty of that too. Or I think sometimes I have a tendency to put, like, especially if it's a male protagonist or if they're near my age, I will, as a reader, put myself kind of in there. I don't know. I'm not extremely like, I don't know, especially when something's first person, I feel like I see the story in my head, like from their eyes. I don't see the character. Does that make sense? Like, yeah. I am the I when I read.
The eye of the beholder. That's a good way to put it. Yeah. As Anne said, good to see you too. Both of you as well. Hey, Annie. She says, hello, loves. I'm trying to watch as much as I can, but I'm on Geeky Doodle. Yes, yes. Those youngins are adorable. She's laughing. Melmac said, I'm looking forward to reading Whiskey Business. A cozy mystery series from a male point of view isn't common, so this aspect really interests me. Yes.
I was nervous about that. I wasn't sure how that was going to go over, but luckily the feedback seems like readers don't mind.
Yeah, no, I like it. I just feel like it's I feel there's a lot of ways where, I'm happy to see cozy mysteries kind of being more diversified in, several aspects. And that is one of them, is having, male protagonists and even male authors, because the only, there's a few, but like even some of the ones that have been around longer, like, Miranda James is really a male that felt, I don't know his reasoning, but I assume, and again, I'm only assuming that, that series has been around for a while, the Cat in the Stack series, and maybe they felt like that it would just be better received if it had a female author name on it.
Yeah, for me, I've turned to cozy mysteries as like a comfort read for me, and I really wanted to see a character like myself represented in the genre, and so it was really important to me. It wasn't this genre that I set out to write, but I saw an opportunity to hop in there and add something, hopefully, to the genre. So
we are so excited you did, but I do now have to know, what genre did you set out to write?
I was writing like literary, very like character driven literary fiction. I have a couple of ideas that I would like to take a stab at sometime, no pun intended. But yeah, I'm staying in cozy mysteries.
Well, we are happy about that, but I can definitely see literary fiction and like character. Yeah, I can totally see that. But I'm also very happy for us.
Yes, I had written I won't share too many details because who knows what could ever happen. I think it's staying on the shelf for life, but it was an unlikely friendship between a young man and an older woman that they had forged, and there's more to the story, but that was the first manuscript that I ever completed.
So obviously Reese is an amateur sleuth. If you were an amateur sleuth, would you be good at this? Do you think you're observant? Do you think that you would catch on? That you would you be interested in doing the investigation? All of those things.
I think that I would be observant. Yes. I don't think that I would be as brave as Reese to actually insert myself. And even Reese is, he admits in the book that he's pretty risk averse, but he has his best friend, Nate, who is always pushing him out of that comfort zone. And, yeah, but I think that I'm a little too obedient to be, if the police say don't meddle with my investigation, like I am staying so far away from your investigation. But it's fun to do it on the page.
Absolutely. Yeah, I first sign of danger, I'm like Scooby-Doo, I'm out. Like you're gonna see me behind, like, underneath a table or something.
Yeah, you're gonna catch me back here with a cup of like a hot chocolate, reading a book on my couch before I'm out, putting myself in any kind of bodily, potentially dangerous situations.
That's funny. Kat said, I love that I get to see you both soon at Ashland. I'm so excited. Prepare for the hugs. We're ready.
To see everybody again, and new faces too.
Will be, and a lot of new faces. So excited. Whiskey Business is so amazing. It is.
Thank you. You guys just are lifting me up. Thank you.
Great question. What was your favorite character to write? Remember, the other characters are listening. No,
yeah, I think I think my favorite character to write. Yeah, every time he comes up, I love Reese's best friend, Nate.
I did too.
He's just such a joy to write for me. And I didn't really realize it until after I finished the book, but I realized that I was really wanting to write about healthy, emotionally intelligent relationships between men. And I feel like we don't see a lot of good depictions of that all the time. Like vulnerability between grown men and like emotional exchange. And because Nate is so supportive but also very much pushing Reese out of his comfort zone, I love that push and pull anytime Nate shows up.
Yeah, I think he's a great character for Reese. I do. I think he exactly what he says. What you said. He's very supportive, but I also think he kind of, makes Reese step out a little of his comfort zone. That
I think book 2, you're gonna see a lot more of Nate. So
yes. That makes me so excited. The other character I love, but only because, she's not the most likable, but I enjoyed was the lady who owns the Italian restaurant.
Heidi. I have so much fun with Heidi too.
Yeah, honestly, she's just fun.
She might be even more so because it's just like she's just ridiculous.
She is, yeah. As a reader, it's fun. She's not the most likable. She's not meant to be, but she's really fun.
Yeah, it's like I would compare her somewhat to like a Richard Lord in Ellie Alexander's Bake Shop Mysteries, totally. But I feel like she's a bit more like I don't know. I feel kind of like bad for Heidi in a way because it's just like I don't know. I feel like there's this. She is not the most likable person, but I think there's this person underneath that really wants to be liked, and she struggles with that. I really see the humanity in her, and I think that's something that I look forward to developing as the series goes on. Like why Heidi is the way she is.
Like her origin story.
Yeah, that's something that we're going to explore. So
I love it. And I do feel like there's a point in time where in the book where you see a little glimpse of the way she wants to be seen. But she's just so aggressive that like it doesn't go across. I loved her character. And I loved her character in that, like, I didn't love her character. I thought it was fun to read her. I really enjoyed. Hey, you're never late. No, you're never late. We're happy to see you. I know what you meant. I knew you meant who was your favorite character. I know. I know. I wish I could. Oh, maybe next year, Anita, do it.
You'll be there with us in spirit.
Absolutely.
I know it doesn't replace actually being there, and hopefully it doesn't actually make it worse, but I know lots of folks will be posting things, so hopefully there's a way that you can still feel involved, and yeah, we'll definitely hold everybody there in spirit who can't make it.
Absolutely. As Anne said, I was so happy when you posted Waffle Wednesday in the morning when I'm more awake.
The algorithm likes Waffle Wednesday at night, but I'm like, Wednesday's almost over at that point. I feel like I get most of my likes on Thursday mornings. Not that I'm like paying so much attention to it, but it's like if I'm going to do this update, I want people to see it.
You could post it Tuesday night and call it like pregame Waffle Wednesday.
Yeah, and just so that everybody knows, when I do Waffle Wednesday, I'm not pre-recording. I'm very. It has to be done on the Wednesday, and it gets uploaded as soon as it's done. There's not like I'm not recording it in the morning and posting it at night. It's like it is as close to live as you can with a recorded video.
And Kate, yeah, it is. It's actually really impressive. They've never missed a Wednesday. It's pretty
Yeah, the one week I was going to a book event and book signing with the author Harlan Coben, and I was in the car right before the signing. It was the only 5 minutes in my day that I had, and I was in the car getting ready to go in for the signing, and I did it. And I always like the Waffle Wednesdays that take me out on the road. So
that is so cool. Wow. I did not know that you did that. What do you do as your day job?
I work in marketing, which even though it's marketing and there's a fair amount of marketing that I do as an author, it's a very different kind of marketing. But
this is hilarious. Kat said if I wrote it at 5 a.m. it would be that's
if
funny.
I wrote at 8 p.m. it would look like that. I'm like, we're getting to that point in the day that who knows what I'm going to say next. So
I'm with you. I'm a morning person. I'm losing it by that time. Are you working on your next book?
Yes, book 2 is going to beta readers very soon. I'm hoping to have it out next spring, summer-ish.
Cannot wait for Ashland. You guys better watch out. The hosts are going to be crazy.
Oh, can't wait to see you.
I know it's going to be so much fun.
Reunion.
Yes, she's saying she loves the word puzzle games that you're talking about. I'm using the same start word every day, hoping it will one day be the answer. You know what? That's commitment. I like that. I like it.
Everybody has their strategy. Everybody has their strategy. For me, it's going into the manuscript and
so if something nefarious happened to you, dear Adrian, who would you want to avenge your death? It could be from a book. It could be a TV detective. It could be a movie. It could be anybody.
You are asking the hard-hitting questions.
I know. I mean, it's hard cut journalism here.
It's like part of me is laughing because I would want it to be like not like a Thursday Murder Club, but like I would want like one of the like online cozy mystery groups to like come together and like use their sleuthing skills from like all that they've done to read. So it's like, because I don't watch a lot of TV and I've read so many series that I love, and just like getting to meet everybody, it's like I want you and Mizan and author friends, like I want everybody to come together in like one of those like cozy mystery Facebook community groups to like get together and be like, we're gonna get to the bottom of this. I think that would be
amazing.
Like, I wish that I would be around to witness that, but I'd be gone. So
well, we would definitely avenge your death.
Yeah,
I think that would be amazing because I love that plot line when it happens in books, when when it's like there's a series, the movie club series is that way. Like they come together and watch a movie each month and they try to figure out who the killer was. And then something happens at the movie theater and they're like, you know what? We could figure this out. And they, from based upon all the movies and murder mysteries that they've watched. And I'd be like, yes, that is awesome.
Yeah, I'd like somebody to like break the news and then it's like together and like, oh, I learned when I was watching this thing, we gotta, and everybody put it together, and then somebody can like make a true crime documentary about it. Is it weird that I'm getting excited about this?
A little bit. He said saggy pants is not my favorite term. When people ask me, yes, use it everywhere. I love it. I love it. I love it. Adrian, you're amazing at how quickly you can pivot during edits. This is from a beta reader, so that's pretty incredible.
Yeah, it's just, I think it's so much of like the original outlining, drafting, and then my own edits is so like in my own head. So then to finally get feedback, it's like, oh, I didn't even think, and it's like it's like a second wind that I get. It's amazing, and you played a big role in that. So thank you.
You might not be able to say this, and you might not want to, totally understand. But are we going to see more of, I think it was a bookshop owner. I think they owned a bookshop, right? Do you know what character I'm talking about?
I do.
Okay. Are we going to see more? Because I feel like at the end of the book, there was a little bit of Reese coming out of their comfort zone and reaching out to what maybe a new friend. And I'm just wondering if we're going to see more of them in the next book.
Yes, we will see more Julian.
Julian, that's it.
Julian, yes. And I'm trying to think of how much I want to say.
I totally understand.
You'll see more Julian, but not without its complications and drama.
Well,
I mean that in a very good way. It's like you need something to keep you turning the page, right?
True. Yeah. Highly recommend. She said, yay! People are cheering.
I love this. Party.
Oh, cheers. Awesome. And then Melma said, Tiffany, you asked what I just been thinking, questions about book 2. I haven't read book 1 yet, but I'm already curious about the series continuing.
Yeah, I'm thinking I have in mind for 5 books. 5 books, and I feel like I could. Oh, are you frozen?
I don't think so.
Is it me?
No.
Okay, you froze.
Oh, am I here now?
It's like a mystery. Yes, you're here.
Oh, okay, good.
Hopefully it's not on my end because I feel like my internet has been a little wonky lately. But I have a plan for 5 books. I almost wonder if it's going to take more than 5 to.
It is.
Oh, are we good?
Am I here?
Yeah, it's a little choppy.
Oh no, it's not on my end.
So I wonder if it's me. But now you're back. Now we're good.
Oh, okay, good.
Okay. Yeah, so I have 5 books in mind. I think that's what it'll take me to get through what I want to get through. There's something very specific that I want to happen at the very end, and it could go on beyond that, but there's a certain point that I want to get to, and I think it's going to take at least 5 or 6 books to get there.
I think it's definitely going to take longer. I think it is.
I really as long as I can.
Absolutely, because we definitely want that cozy. Sorry, I missed WW. Can you tell us what it is?
Yes, Waffle Wednesday is a social media update that I do. It's a video every Wednesday. I started Wednesday, January 1st, 2025. This week today, because it's Wednesday, I think was week 39. And it's a like 3-ish minute update of what I'm reading, what I'm writing, and what I'm up to. And I post it on Instagram, and it shares out to Facebook and I believe Threads as well. So lots of people come back, watch it every week. They comment on what they're up to and what's going on with them. So it's just been a really great way for me to share my progress and what I'm working on, but also hear from readers in the community and connect that way.
Love it. I know. Doesn't it sound fun? And I don't know that I've ever read that theme in a cozy. That makes me so happy.
Yeah, I hope that my early readers like that. I mean, there's ways that I could like maybe pivot it, but it's I love going to comedy shows, and I just feel like the basement location, like the whole comedy cellar kind of thing, it's just perfect for subplot.
Love it. I don't like Stephen King because he's too intense and scary for me with you.
Yeah, I read all across the board, and I don't think I could write anything like that, but I do like to read it occasionally.
It's that I like sleep too much as well. So I have to sacrifice one or the other. And unfortunately, yeah, it's
I'm good
going
at like separating myself from it. Like I can see it as I don't carry it with me into sleep, luckily.
Adrian, book two's premise sounds fun. Is there a title yet? Can you tell us or not?
There is a title, but I'm not going to tell you.
Yeah.
There's a few I have in mind, and I'm really excited, but I've gotten so much in the habit of just saying book two.
Makes sense. But good books are also made to be reread.
I agree. I love to like read a book, like a library book, fall in love with it, buy it, and then annotate it on my reread. That's the move.
Yeah. I'm such a slow reader. I haven't read it yet. Gives me, yeah, absolutely. Gives you something to look forward to. I love that. She said, true. I want someone rich to actually make a subplot so I can go, right, Kat? I agree. Yeah, it says the same thing. She's like, right?
Let's pool all our funds together and who's with me? Investors, let's sign up now.
I think that would be so much fun. Oh my gosh. Do you use, I don't know what that is.
Scrivener is a writing program. It's a very robust writing program. I have dabbled with Scrivener in book two. When I was editing, I had transferred my manuscript over there and was working in it, but I just always gravitate back to Microsoft Word. Scrivener's great because you can drag chapters around, you can add in like notes and storyboards, and there's so much that you can do with it. But for me, I think it's just like a little much, and I get too distracted by the bells and whistles, where if I'm just in Microsoft Word, I'm just focused on the story.
Do you did you make like any type of murder board or motivational, like something you could look at to like put you in the mood to write or anything like that?
No, I do have this PowerPoint presentation that I made that I'll sometimes refer to, and it just has like stock images of my characters, like how I envisioned each of them. I even feel like weird about posting those on social media because I don't own the rights to them, and I'm very much like not wanting to go down that road.
Yeah, no.
So I'll use those as visual aids. I don't have like a murder board or anything. I do have a notebook where I've like drawn out some charts and things, but I don't know. I like that things kind of just exist in my head.
Will we see more of in book two? And again, it can just be a simple yes, or I can't answer that, but will we see more of Reese's ex in book two? Because I feel like that would be a good character to continue to see as their friendship, because I still feel like they both care very deeply about each other. So I would love to see her in the series.
Yeah, she does. She does show up in book two, and it's hinted a little bit in book one that she's using the breakup as a positive in her life, and that she's evaluating like, what do I really want? And to be honest, I don't know what she wants yet. She does appear in book two, though.
Excellent. All those things can be made up. Yeah. What was the most surprising thing you learned while writing the book? That's a great question, Angela.
Yeah, that is. You all are asking such great questions, and I'm so not a scripted person. I think the most surprising thing I learned was that there's no such thing as perfect. That I've read so many amazing books that there's this illusion as a reader that like that is just the perfect book and it couldn't go any other way. And as a writer, I thought that I would reach a point where it was perfect. And, you know, I met Tiffany before, but I saw you at Malice and I was finishing up the very last round of edits, and I was with you and I was with Paula Charles and Annie McEwen. And I told the three of you, I said, I feel like I don't like the ending. I feel like it just like doesn't work. It doesn't. And it was like, I could have just kept going and going and going forever. I have a very perfectionist tendency about me. So I think the most surprising thing I learned was just trusting my gut that like at some point it has to be done. And then I hear all this great feedback and I've been absolutely blown away by the feedback. And it sounds like I got it right. And if I had kept messing with it, I would have made it different than what it is. And it sounds like it ended up being just fine, I hope. So
it was fantastic. Don't sell yourself short. It was fantastic.
Thank you.
Yes, I feel like I see what the character sees too. Makes total sense.
Yeah, I see
when you're visioning it first
like,
person. Yeah. Kat says, "Ooh, Tom Hardy could play Reese."
Tom Hardy. Let me look up Tom Hardy,
and then I'll show you who I think. I'm going to look up real quick and pull up who I was thinking.
Tom Hardy. Maybe.
Well, okay. The only thing I don't. How old is Reese?
Reese is like 32.
Because this is the guy who I was thinking of.
I could kind of see that. Yeah, I wish I could find the. I'll never find it. Yeah, I have to download my OneDrive app because everything's in my OneDrive. But if I can find it, I'll show it really quick. And then, but then there's also part of me that likes the, like, you never really know what.
Well, and I do like, formulating it for yourself, that whole thing and everything. Don't get me wrong. I don't like the, like when book covers have people and they don't have the faces. I don't get that. Especially when they're like
I do.
You do? It's so interesting especially because they're like, well, we want you to picture it however you want. I'm like, but you've shown me the rest of their body. You've shown me their hair color. You show me, like, why not just show me eyes, nose, and a mouth? Like, why at that point do you stop? Like, I mean, if your hair is dark, I don't know, and you're 6'10", I don't know. It just seems like at that point, you might as well just show me the rest. Like, why leave off the ears?
File can't be displayed. See, it's just not meant to be. Sorry, there was a problem opening the viewer. I see the file here, and I'm trying because it's on my.
It's the world saying that we should just formulate whoever we want in our minds. Melmac has a question. She says, how did you select your characters' names? And at what point did you select them? Did you start writing the book and then pick the names that fit the characters, or name them first? I love this question.
I love it too. And I feel like I'm going to have a really disappointing answer when I say, like, I just don't think. I didn't think very deeply about it. There were names that I liked, and I kind of keep a running list of names. And I'm not a parent. I don't have kids, but I feel like it's probably like that in that, like, children grow into their names, and then it's like you couldn't imagine them being named anything else. It's just like who they are, if that makes sense. So like I knew that I loved the name Reese. It was originally spelled R-E-E. Oh my gosh, how do I spell it in the book? I think it was R-E-E-S-E, like Reese Witherspoon. And then because it's kind of like a gender neutral name. And then I went with C-E in edits. I did go with that. I'm like, see, it's getting to be that hour where I'm like, I can't think straight. But most of the names stayed the same. There were a couple of names that started with the same letter, and I always try to vary that. I know that Chloe and Cam both start with a C, but I figured that was okay because they were siblings. They were opposite genders.
Absolutely.
So yeah, it's not, I wish I had a better answer for this. I wish that I had a deeper meaning behind it.
Which character do you think that you are most like? Or you see yourself the most in? Does that make sense? You see,
Yeah.
yourself the most in. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, as much as I do not want to say it, I think it probably has to be Reese. And I think it's because it's from that first person perspective. One day I will probably do another series, and I think that will be a much more intentional move to, like, because I think there is an element of Reese that, if I'm being super honest, because I can't not be super honest with you, is because I'm always trying to ask what would Reese do, but then there's that element of what would I do in this situation. So I think I see the most of myself in Reese, but I will make very clear that there are certain things that is not at all me.
Oh, yeah. I'm reading another cozy right now written by, J.C. Kenny. Yes. Oh my gosh.
Panic in the Panhandle. I have not started it yet, but I have it. I got it signed at Malice this week.
I showed a picture of his crazy suit to my husband. He's like, I need that. I was like, I knew you were going to say that. I messaged him. I'm like, look what you've done. Yes, I'm really excited about his panel. Is that the one you're reading? Panic in the Panhandle?
I haven't started it yet. Oh, you're talking about
Mazan. I just wonder because it looks really good. Yeah, I feel like we do. I agree. Hey, Holly.
Oh, yes, I know.
We'll be seeing Holly very soon as well.
Holly is short, sweet, and cozy.
Yes, on Facebook and a lot. Yes, and she is very sweet. I don't consider her short because she's taller than me. So, but she probably is short to most of the world. Yes, she's very, very sweet. So very excited to see her. Honestly, I would like to see more cozy series with male MCs. Yeah.
I'll keep them coming. And I'd love to see new voices too, of course.
Yeah. Like I said, I love that we're starting to see like just more a diverse cast of characters and cozies. I think that's great. Anita said, who are your favorite cozy mystery authors or authors in other genres?
Yeah, I love Ellie Alexander. The Bake Shop Mysteries were my gateway into cozies. I love the work of Julianne Lindsay under her multiple pen names. I especially love the Seaside Cafe Mysteries under the Brie Baker name. Karina Moss is great.
Yes.
I love Leah Dobrinska is amazing. I mentioned Paula Charles, Annie McEwen are great. I'm going to forget names of authors that I love to read. Mia P. Manansala. I'm so excited to meet her in Ashland. She's going. The Arsenic and Adobo series was great. I love Tina Cashin. So I have quite a few favorites in the cozy genre. And then in other genres, I mentioned already Harlan Coben, Stephen King. I love Jodi Picoult. I love Frederick Bachman. Anxious People is the book that I recommend to everybody. Like, I cannot shut up about that book. It has something for everyone in it. Suspense, humor, heart, drama. It's an amazing book.
Yeah, that's a great list of authors. Adrian has so many amazing ideas. So exciting for us. I'm going to say this wrong.
Liturgical, I believe. Is it liturgical?
I think so. Sometimes anyways, mystery series by Mark Schweizer. I hope I'm saying that name right. Has a male author. Male character and male author. Very, very funny books. Nice.
I'll have to check that out. I haven't heard of the author or the series.
So I think this is the series or question that you just answered about. Do you have favorite cozies?
Yeah, I feel very like author loyal. Like if there's an author that I love, I'll read any series.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, Nate's a great character.
There's authors that I know that I didn't name, and there's so many that I love.
There's always a point where you have to stop. I did a favorites video of favorite authors, or not favorite authors, favorite series. And I was like, I don't even know if I can make this because I can't have 72 series in a video. Like, how do I?
Chen. Oh my gosh. I'm
the noodle shop. Exactly.
I'm like visualizing my bookshelf, my like cozy bookshelf.
Yeah, exactly. I think Nate is a fantastic character. Ella, no sleuthing for you either. I get it. Yes. You and we can be Shaggy and Scooby together. I'm just, again, it's getting to be that witching hour. Ashlyn, here we come.
Yeah, Holly's going to be there. Can't wait.
I'm an armchair sleuth too. Absolutely. I love that. I love Nate too. Oh, a lot of Nate fans.
Nate love.
Holly, yes. Kat said, Annie, so excited to finally meet you in person at Ashland. Love your books. Jill said, I think as I get further into the book, Heidi, I'm going to have a love-hate. Yeah. And that's a great way to put it. Like, I know that she's not a great character in terms of like, some of her people skills, but she's really fun to read. And she's definitely, when you made that comparison, like a Richard Lord, you're like, yeah. She's actually kind of like a combination of him and April from Sloane Krause, just because I feel like she's kind of like more, aggressive.
Yeah, but I hope that as the series goes on, we're able to like deconstruct Heidi a little bit more and see why she is how she is.
I do love an origin story.
Yeah, I really want to get into that because I also think it's like, yes, there's the characters that we love to hate, but I feel like to really bring a character to life, we have to realize that they're not just like cardboard, that there is, there's people have trauma and people have things that they go through. And, so I do want to explore that. But yeah, sometimes it's just fun to have somebody to hate.
Yeah.
Fiction.
Oh my goodness, you just made my day. Now I'm more excited for Ashland. Angela said, I can't wait to see those layers of Heidi evolve and grow. Yeah, absolutely. I think that, we have to see people as well-rounded and, they definitely aren't just one-dimensional. So, hey, Susan. She says, hi, friends. I'll have to catch the first half hour later. We're so glad to see you. Oh my gosh. And she said, I love this idea. I don't remember what we were exactly talking about, but I'm glad.
I'm seeing the like little bit of a lag in the comments. I'm like, wait, what was I?
I know. Yeah.
I can go back and rewatch it so that I can remember the idea, the genius idea.
Kat said, Annie, you are the sweetest. Ashlyn's going to be a blast. Absolutely. I love the idea of the cozy groups coming together to solve the crime. That's what they were talking about.
Somebody needs to write that. Somebody out there who's like an aspiring author needs to write like a cozy mystery Facebook group coming together to solve a crime. I just think that
would be amazing. It would be a real life clue.
Real life clue, virtual. Yeah.
That would be amazing. That's a great idea. Yeah. My crutches have been referred to as lightsabers, so I'd have that going for me. Yeah, so I can stand behind you. I feel like that's what you're saying. Is your lightsabers can protect us, Ms. Ann. I love it. Love it. And she said, "You are."
I love that's going on in the comments. I love it.
Yeah.
Everybody's coming together. It's amazing.
It was me that froze, by the way. I see somebody saying you froze, Tiffany. So it was me. It was not you. So can't wait. $5. I feel like $5 or 10, it's really just how it evolves. So we don't want to just get stuck with the lower number. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, no, it's like one of those things because, like, again, I have that like point where it's like I know where it needs to get, and then it's like, okay, I'm like doing the timeline in my head. It's like it genuinely might take longer. We'll see.
And so yeah, it was me. But I didn't freeze on my end. Like sometimes I know when I'm frozen, but
yeah, do you ever just?
Oh, for sure. But I feel like I usually know. But I didn't know, and so I'm just in here like pop, pop, pop. Do you see me?
Fight, flight, or freeze, and
right.
Rose.
I love a long series. You know what? I'm with you. As long as it's still working and hasn't like jumped the shark or whatever that phrase is. Yeah, jump the shark. I'm with you. I'm with you. $5. I love that. I'm always disappointed when series I like end after 2 or 3.
Yeah, I don't feel like I'll ever want to say goodbye to the characters, but I do have other ideas. So I just want to see. I'll take a temperature check at 5 books. That's kind of what I'm calling it. It's like I feel like I can get it to a place where like it could end, and if I take that temperature check and people are enjoying it, like I have no shortage of ideas of how to continue the series. So
love it.
We'll see.
We want the books.
Oh, almost 2 are done. So I'll keep it coming.
Looking forward to the series continuing for many, many, many books.
Oh, thank you, Angela.
Since you released Whiskey Business, you should rename them Whiskey Wednesdays and share a drink with your info.
Somebody has a brain around here. Kat, I'm gonna think about that. That would be an interesting rebrand. Yeah, of whiskey. Wow. Yeah, Whiskey Wednesdays.
I think that you should do some sort of like thing for Waffle Wednesdays or Whiskey Wednesdays, if that's what it's going to be. No, and like have some sort of contest where people like name a drink or something for the series. That would be so much fun.
That would be so much fun, and I'm thinking about how I want to do it logistically, but I know for sure I want to do a charity fundraiser where you can have your name in the book and you can choose if you're killed or the killer or one of the suspects.
I love that.
I'm really thinking about ways to use the series and my characters, and I want to do something for like the greater good, and I feel like that's something that I've seen before. So I'm brainstorming and thinking of ways that I want to do that.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing. It's amazing.
But no, great idea as far as the drink names too. Like if anybody has an idea for a drink name, please email me, DM me, whatever, and I would absolutely shout you out in the acknowledgments and
challenge accepted.
So yes, literary drink names, because I need lots of them. I actually named a coffee drink in one of Olivia Black's books. It's I think A Fatal Groove. Is that the second in the record store? I named, so it's like it's a record store, right? So it's like all rock and roll theme. And I named a drink Sweet Chai O' Mine, like Sweet Child of Mine.
Sweet Child of Mine. I love that.
And so my name is in the acknowledgments for
that is awesome.
So if anybody has that
Oh,
book, go and look. It's a little Easter egg. You'll see me there.
yeah, and that series is a lot of fun. It takes place in Texas. It's got three sisters, and their family owned the record store kind of back in the like record heydays. And now that it's coming back around, they like reopened it like in the same spot. It's really good. The sisters were great.
What's the uncle's name? I won't remember it.
I don't know, but I loved him. He was a little on the shady side, but in a really fun like way.
He was an eccentric kind of, yeah.
But yes, all the girls have like flower names, don't they? Or Juniper or something like that. Juniper, and I don't remember.
Yeah, I think they do. I'm just trying to remember what they are.
I feel like one of them's name is Juniper.
She's Junie, yeah, Junie.
So how did you first connect with people, authors, editors, when you were writing your book?
Yeah, so I was enrolled in Ellie Alexander's Mystery Series Masterclass, and there was a Facebook group that went along with that where I met a lot of fellow writers. So there was that. I'm trying to think of, like, when it came to my editor, I found her on Readsy. And actually my editor, her name is Bryn Donovan. I don't know if you're all familiar with her, but she has a great blog for writers, but she had her first romance published. It's called Her Night at the Museum. And it's about this knight from like the 1400s who was like frozen in time, and he like comes back to life. And I think Hallmark might have picked that up. So that's how I found her. And then going to Ashland last year, met lots of folks. Going to Malice this year. The biggest joy and gift of all of this has been everybody that I've met through all those different places.
I agree. It's been so much fun. Oh, yeah, I know.
Peace Frog, if you're on Facebook, they post over to Facebook and you can comment and interact there as well.
Nice. I do. I think it's perfect for comedy nights. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not like literary themed, but it's, they got to pay their bills. They got to do something to keep people coming in. So.
Yeah. I do love my cozies, but I also love my Stephen King. Fair enough. She said, oh, they've redone the covers of the old books. Very nice. I tried Salem's Lot, but couldn't finish it.
The thing I love about Stephen King is that he does kind of write across the board. I love Dolores Claiborne. That's probably my favorite. And there's a Kathy Bates movie of that.
Oh, Misery.
Yeah, well,
I haven't seen it, but I know what it is.
And I love Misery too, but Kathy Bates also in Dolores Claiborne.
Oh.
And I haven't seen the movie, but that book is one of my favorite. And 11/22/63, so good.
Now that one's not scary, right? It's not even meant to be scary. It's just like
time traveling. Yeah. And there's like a bit of a romance in there too. I cried at the end. I sobbed, like ugly cried at the end of 11/22/63.
Oh. Yeah, I think I could do that one. Good answer. You're right. There's no such thing as perfect. He has the short hair and the tats, talking about Tom Hardy.
Tom Hardy. Yeah, I'll have to dig up the photo of what I'm envisioning. But when you said Tom Hardy and I was looking, I was like, I could see it. I think I'm also, as the writer, just so attached to the vision that I have that it's hard to see anything else. But he doesn't have a name. He's just a stock art, like a stock photo model.
That's okay. It gives us, yeah. I also like figuring it out for myself. So either way, I just, thank you. Yeah. And Annie said, always listen to your cool aunts. Will never steer you wrong.
Yes.
I don't know.
Very fortunate to have some mentors.
Yeah, really great ones. I don't know who that actor's name is. I just know the actor I've seen in things. And so I knew who he was, but I don't know. I'm not sure.
There was a guy Actually, I'll say this. If anybody watched on Hallmark last holiday season, Finding Mr. Christmas. I don't know if anybody watched that. It was like a reality competition show where these men were competing to be like the next Hallmark leading man. And there was an Australian guy.
Okay, that's awesome.
In the group, and Reese is not Australian, but the way that he looked is kind of how I see Reese. Kind of, but not exactly.
It said, same here. Kevin McGarry is a Hallmark star. Oh, Storm loves him. He's Storm approved. Well, I think that might be him, but I'm still not sure. Pink Mango says, hi, Tiffany. I'm late. You're never late, but I'm here. We're so excited. So excited to hear from and see Adrian here. I'm looking forward to this book so much. It's in my TBR, and I absolutely love the idea of a literary round.
Oh, I'm so glad. Thank you.
That is awesome. It's so good to see you. And Ms. Ann said, Panic in the Panhandle has a special place in my heart. I read that one last year. It got me out of a rut. Oh, that's awesome. I'm reading the second one in the series, Murder Under the Marquee. Very nice.
I can't wait to start it.
It just seems like it'd be hilarious. Like a very humorous cozy. I'm very excited. So thank you. I just finally finished the Seaside Cafe series this summer. I have been delaying it because I didn't want it to end. I feel
I'm
that.
4 books in because I know that it ends at 7, and everybody says it's one of the most satisfying series wrap-ups, and so I'm like very slowly working through it.
I know we need to wrap up, so I'm going to get through some of the comments if there's any questions. I don't want to cut anybody off, but I know Adrian's going to go back and definitely see all your comments and all that, but I know that we are both could turn into pumpkins at some point. And just
somebody has to get up early and write tomorrow
at 5 a.m. He's going to be at his desk at 5 a.m.
Yes. This morning I was up at 3:59 on my own.
3:59? That's the middle of the night. Like I get 5 a.m. But at 3:59, that's the middle of the night.
But I just did not want to roll over, and I wanted to get up and work. And I had gone to bed at like early last night. Anyways.
Well, then, yeah, you need to do what works for you. But
see, I'm chatty. I can keep it going we will be on here for 3 hours if I.
I had a coworker that wanted to walk at like 4 a.m. I was like, listen, if you come to my door at 4 a.m, you better be dead or dying. I'm just saying, like, I don't want you to be, but that's like, I could do 5. I could do 5 because that to me is okay, the morning. But before that, we're in the middle of the night. But I understand waking up and then just feeling like, I might as well not go back to sleep. Let's just get started with the day. Need to log off. See you later, Roseanne.
Thank you for coming.
She said good night. Do you read hardcover, ebooks, or both?
Lately, I've been more of a physical reader. I also love audio. I love to listen while I read a physical book. I do have an e-reader, but those I've been less of an ebook reader lately.
Yeah, I used to prefer physical. I just with my eyes I can't, but now I do a lot.
It's very convenient to be able to like increase the font size and everything.
For sure.
I always wish that I could be more of an ebook reader. But you can't.
It was a really big adjustment. Like I did not want to give up physical.
You can't sign a Kindle, and it's like I love to get books signed at conferences and things, and I like to annotate. And there's just like the fear of I'm like, what if somebody just like the powers that be can they just like erase my library? Where it's like they'll have to like come and take these books out of my
prying hands.
Yes.
He's sagging. That's hilarious. I'm with you. I'm an armchair sleuth. Yeah, we'll be back behind the lightsabers. I got you, Jill. People say good night. Melanie said, Annie, the Seaside Cafe, the ending, it was so awesome that Julian got to end the series on her terms and write such an amazing ending because of it.
And that's where I'm like, oh, I'm only on like 4, but I'm like, okay, then it's 5, 6, 7. And
No, it's a great idea about a real life clue. Yes, 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 yes. No, when I saw the second comment, I knew what you were referring to, Peace Frog. When she said great idea, she's talking about the group coming together to solve a murder. Hopefully not Adrian's, because that's what we were talking about at the time, but that's not what we're talking
Yeah,
about now.
that would be fun, like for people who can't go to like Ashland or something like that, to do like a fictional thing like that. But then it's like, yeah, I'm not volunteering. I have enough on my plate.
Yeah. A charity fundraiser is a great idea. And somebody else said, yeah, it is. It's a fantastic idea. I love it.
Yeah, I'm thinking
Yeah.
for my birthday next year. I still have quite some time until my birthday, so I'm going to use that time to get my ducks in a row for a charity fundraiser.
I love it. I think that's such a great idea. A lot of people are like, how awesome. I love the charity aspect. I love the sweet chai of mine. That is amazing. I agree. Love the records. Sweet Chai of Mine. I read book 2 of The Record Shop a couple of months ago. It's a great series. Another series I hope continues beyond book 3. I love the premise and the characters. And she's got a new series. I'm excited to check it out.
New Lease on Death. I think that's the first book.
Something like that. I read Olivia Black's record series. Yeah, it was good.
Go find my name in the acknowledgments. I'm so proud of it. I did like an Instagram. If you go way back on my Instagram, you'll find me going into the Barnes and Noble and like taking the book, and I was like, my name in print on a bookstore shelf, and then it's like how surreal it is to like have my book on a shelf now.
Isn't it amazing that I'm so excited for you? I hated Dolores Claiborne. I have a reread to the end of the chapter kind of reader, no chapter stress.
Yeah, there were no chapter breaks. It's just one long, just her talking and telling.
Oh yeah, see, I couldn't do that because I can't stop.
And it's written in like heavy Maine dialect too. The audiobook for that was really good. I listened to the audiobook while I read it.
Wow. Your story of how you got started was like a Hallmark movie. I love the Mistletoe Inn. Richard Paul Evans, not a cozy bit. I hope you want but me off for this posting.
Oh no, you're fine.
I hope you. I won't kick you off for any posting. Well, I mean, I can't say that, but clearly nothing to do with your opinion on cozies. But I'm not sure who Richard Paul Evans is, but now I'm going to look it up. Okay, so your story of how you got started was like a Hallmark movie. I love the Mistletoe Inn, which has Richard Paul Evans. Not a cozy, but okay. Gotcha. I loved that movie. So several people are with you. It was, if he was the winner of Finding Mr. Christmas, it was Ezra Moreland. She's thinking that that's maybe who you were talking about. Oh. Annie says the Australian guy was named Hayden.
Yes, Hayden. Wow. Hayden. He kind of has the look of Reese in some aspects. I don't know. I might retract that statement, but he came to mind. So, but now I have to find that picture. I wish it would load.
I'm gonna totally look it up. Annie said she sent you the picture. I'm so sorry to lose both, but it has been so much fun. It was so good to see you. And then so Annie said, I just sent you a picture, Adrian.
Yes.
Have a good night.
This is Hayden.
Oh, okay. Okay, well, the dog, I'm distracted by the cute dog, but yes, I get it.
Yeah, but still there's another, anyways. It's not the image that I referred to, but yes, that's pretty close. Hayden is.
And Anita said, Adrian, I listen while reading the ebook too. People saying good night. Always have my real books. I have my own library. Gotcha.
Yes, I have curated my.
Yeah, for sure. That's why I was not gonna we just want.
I want to be here
total
for
fiction.
A long time, but I think that the thought of everybody coming, like, what the biggest honor that would be if everybody came together to find justice for me. I think that would be
absolutely. We would totally miss him. Absolutely. No Dolores Claiborne for me. Thank you so much, Adrian, for talking with us tonight. I'm even more excited for whiskey business now. And then it's a great race. Had a wonderful time. Thanks for having Adrian. It was lovely to see you both. Counting the days till Ashland. So, last thing before we wrap up, besides Ashland, where can readers connect with you? Where do you have coming up in person? And where can they find you in all the places? And then I have one drink that I just want you to marinate on.
Yes, absolutely. So you can find me on all social media platforms as Adrian Andover, just how it appears. You can search for it. My website is adrianandover.com. I have a newsletter that you can sign up for where I send updates, usually monthly. I'll be doing some fun things over there soon, perhaps some giveaways soon over there on the newsletter. Social newsletter. And then I will be at Ashland Mystery Fest. I'm one of the debut authors being featured there this year. So there is an event on, I think it's Saturday afternoon that I'll be at. So I'll be signing some books. Would love to do that. And they should have them available there. And yeah, there's an events page on my website. So as I schedule more signings and have more appearances and things, I'll post that there, but I'll always mention it in Waffle Wednesday on social as well as in my newsletter as well.
Yes. So lots of people saying goodbye and all that good stuff. And thank you so much. And everybody's loving the book. Not shocked about that at all. Check Whiskey Business out. And oh my goodness, it's so good. So I just want you to marinate on the idea of the three Whisketeers.
Three Whisketeers. I will write that down. I have my...
I don't know why, but I think that's so funny.
Yeah, I love it. The Three Whisketeers, and I'm trying to think because it has three in it. I wonder if it's like a simple 3-ingredient whiskey cocktail, maybe, or I need to find a way, like what makes it the three, or maybe there's like three, like there's a cherry, a blackberry, and I don't know. Maybe we do three. Well, I'll think of ways to make it work, but
I love it.
I would be remiss to not take the suggestion. And if anybody has them, suggestions, please send them my way.
Send them. Well, I can't thank you enough, Adrian. This has been so much fun. I've been looking forward to it all week. I am not surprised. I always have such a great time with you. Thank you for coming on.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Like I told you, I've seen so many of these live streams and I've participated in them, and I've learned so much about other authors. And like I said, so many people in the comments, like I've either met you at events or you've showed up in the comments, or I recognize your name because I've watched so many of these, or I've watched Tiffany's reading sprints. Just thank you so much for coming. Thanks for the support. It means so much to me, and I will do my very best to keep the books coming for you and keep the story going. So just thank you.
Good night, everybody. Happy Waffle Wednesday. Good night, everyone.
Good night. Bye.
Bye.